Hey, welcome to Tales of the Trails. We're about to hike to the world's largest trestle bridge. It's called the Goat Canyon Trestle Bridge. It's in Anza Springs Desert in California. Come along on our journey. We're going to have a lot of fun today. While some in our group brought their bikes to ride, others, like me, decided to hike. So now we're at the abandoned railroad, which I hope is really abandoned because we're going to be walking on it for 8 miles. And as expected, there's the danger sign, blasting area, no trespassing or you'll be prosecuted. Hopefully that is not the case. We've reached our first abandoned train right here. This is pretty cool. It looks like you can actually get in it. So this is what an abandoned train looks like. And it looks like there's a bullet hole right there. Hopefully not. That's not cool. Lots of broken glass. There's stairs to go up to the top level. We're about to go inside our first tunnel of the day. Check this out. Tunnel. The Carrizo Gorge area is so vast, deep, and rugged. It's no wonder they called this the Impossible Railroad. Yeah, so this is what we are walking on right now, and yeah, you can look down there, and it's a long drop. But I'd rather walk here than here on the wood. And I am feeling this thing, hearing it creak, and it's giving a little bit, but it looks like it's pretty sturdy. I've walked on it quite a ways, so it's looking good, and we're almost at the end of it. Yay. Made it. We're on our way to another abandoned train, and this one looks pretty cool too, just like the other one. All aboard! There's our group hanging out outside there. So we've got us a cool gate on this one. Huge gate. Hey there. I just emerged from one of many tunnels that we've had to walk through. I was counting them at first, but I got to a point where I just completely lost count. It was actually kind of early on because there are so many tunnels. Sometimes when we're walking through something, the way gets a little dark, just like you saw in the tunnel that we went through, some of the tunnels, and you can't really find your way. Sometimes the light at the end is very near. Sometimes you can't really see that light at the end of the tunnel. There's a little curve there, and that light is around that curve. And so sometimes the way gets really dark, and we're afraid of what we can't see. Or typically, we're afraid of that. And so when I put my headlamp on, as I'm walking through that darkness, what that does is it makes me become the light that ends up piercing that darkness. And then at that point, I can see my way. But if you've got light on the inside of you, you're going to pierce through that darkness. And so your way becomes illuminated and you can see your way. And so I just want to tell you that, like, whatever you're going through, maybe you're in a dark season of your life. I've been through some dark seasons. And I just want to tell you that if you just put that in mind, and I'm making an analogy here, of course, not to be taken literally, but if you just take that and process that and think about it, put that light on. Have some sort of a light in you. And I don't know what light to you is. Whatever light is for you, make sure that you get filled up with that and put that on, and it will radiate out of you. And you go through that tunnel and keep that light shining. Let your light shine and illuminate your way as you're walking through until you can get to that end, to get to the light at the end of the tunnel where you emerge victorious. That is what I wanted to say to you, and I hope you take it for what it's worth. Look ahead right here. This is the Goat Canyon Trestle Bridge. It is the world's largest wooden trestle bridge. Isn't that amazing? Wow, we finally made it. 8 miles of relatively flat terrain hiking. Pretty cool, huh? This is the place that I've had on my list, or one of the places I've had on my list for a very long time, and finally I get to see it. And we're going to actually walk across it. We're going to stay, it's probably best to stay on this part, which might be a little hairy, but we're going to take it a little bit at a time and just enjoy this walk across the Goat Canyon Trestle Bridge here at Carrizo Gorge. This is amazing. And look over to our left here. I'm guessing that is west. Yes, that's to the west. Just beauty as far as the eye can see. Whoever said that desert terrain cannot be beautiful, they lied to you. The desert is gorgeous. Lots of beauty to be found here. Lots of adventure. And here we are, walking with Oboz footwear today. Got my Oboz sawtooth shoes on as I walk across this bridge that I'm hoping stays together. It feels like it's in pretty good shape here. There's Jim walking underneath the bridge. Wow. Welcome back. We're back at the trailhead. We just hiked 16 miles to and from the Goat Canyon Trestle Bridge. Wasn't that a fun adventure? I'm so glad that you were able to come along with me, and so glad to have Oboz Footwear sponsoring this episode as well with the footwear. So thank you again for joining me. Follow us on talesofthetrailseries.com, and also check out the Oboz Footwear Trail Tales Ambassador blog at obozfootwear.com. See you next time.